part of bringing your whole self into the classroom is making yourself vulnerable to some extent. Not having that fear where you, as a professor, have to have a wall up between you and the students. That wall inhibits learning. It inhibits the development of a relationship between professor and students that I think is really important to establish.
Professors can sometimes be just a vessel to transport knowledge. He was more of someone who we could go and confide or trust, and we could talk to. It could be about anything. His door was always open.
He wasn't just your professor during the hour and 15 minutes you were in class. You knew he would be willing to talk with you anytime.
The idea is to come in and be the whole person. I'm not just an accounting professor. I'm who I am, spiritually, academically, professionally, my family life, and so forth. I don't spend a lot of time talking about those things, but I don't leave those things out of the classroom either.
Dr. Prawitt shares all of himself with his students. He invited all of us into his home. The sense that a professor would actually go out of his way and take time out of his evening to answer questions that would affect my future. It really spoke a lot about his character, but that he'd be willing to do that.
He shows that he cares by listening to our questions fully and then responding respectfully.
I can see his example, and I can see that's what I want in my life.
So to walk in the classroom and make sure that you're effectively bringing spiritual and secular learning together in a really productive way, you have to be living the gospel, you have to have the fire of a testimony burning in you, and it has to be real. If you don't inhibit that from coming into the classroom and bringing it with you in the classroom prayerfully and explicitly, then I think those opportunities arise being guided by the Spirit on how best to bring that into the classroom.